So New Year's around the corner, and I have asked myself a pretty simple question. Why do we come up with resolutions? And the answer is pretty predictable and simple. That's to improve ourselves, improve our skills, productivity. What about habits that actually make you attractive? What about habits that make it, and make no mistake, I'm not only talking about appearance-based things. What habits can actually make you more attractive, magnetic, or charismatic, if you may? After a careful consideration, I've come up with 10 habits that I believe can make you attractive and magnetic. And look, I don't want to waste your and my time. Let's jump right into the video. Number 1 is saying no. The moment when you learn to say no to any type of distractions or any type of party invitations or anything that doesn't really add value to your life is the moment when you learn to man up and increase your social status. Think about it, like when you say no to many things which don't really concern you or bother you in your life is the moment when you actually start becoming more high status in society. That made me a person who has a backbone. So instead of saying yes all the time, learn to say no and you will be way more attractive. Number 2, not gossiping. Now, gossiping is probably one of the biggest mistakes that you can do as a man and as a person in general. Actually, there's been a study done. They have concluded that when you gossip about a certain person, right, and you say bad things, the person who you're gossiping with usually associates all those bad things with you. So even if you say bad things and talk shit about another person, that energy comes back to you because you are the one who is giving away the energy. You are saying these words out of your mouth. So this energy is coming out, right? We're not only talking about wishy-washy energy thing, we're actually talking about the things that come out of your mouth, which is words, and they are powerful. So when you say bad words about other people, those things affect you because they get associated with you. Gossiping will make you a very unattractive person, especially as a man. Gossiping has to be crossed out of your list. Number 3. Now you're gonna be surprised by how simple this thing is, but it's gonna be to drink water. And you might say, hey, isn't this so obvious that you don't even have to include this in the video? And I might say, not really, because there are a lot of people that I know that don't drink water. Drinking water has proven to have a lot of benefits. It's proven to, well, obviously there's dehydration thing, but except for that, you also have your skin, your nutrition. If you struggle to lose fat, you should drink a lot of water. That's as easy as that. If you're having bad sleep or any type of minor problems, instead of going to pharmacies, why don't you start with simple things as solving your dehydration problem? Number 4, chest up. Having your chest up, or basically having your body language dialed in, is a powerful way for you to become more attractive. Because number 1, it makes you taller. Number 2, it makes you appear confident. And number 3, again, we're talking about energy, but having your chest up like this just makes you a person who is more energized and in control. It's also been proven that having your chest up and fixing your body language can increase your testosterone and increase your self-confidence. Number 5 is fixing your masculine frame. And the thing is, most of the guys in modern world, they don't even have masculine frame. They don't know what this is. Masculine frame is when you have your emotional energy under control. Because usually as a man, you tend to get tested by women, tend to get tested by situations in life. And if you just burst out to tears, or if you cannot really control your emotions, if you start complaining about it and bitching about it, guess what? No, nothing's gonna happen. So instead of that, why don't you become stoic? Why don't you take control of those things so that those things can help you become more masculine? Next up, again, obvious one, but lifting weights. Resistance training, strength training, bodybuilding, hypertrophy, anything that basically involves you moving heavy things or lifting yourself up, pulling up, anything like that can create a better version of you. A version of you who is okay to be under pressure, who's okay to be under uncomfortable situations. It's just amazing to realize how many benefits you're gonna see when you commit yourself to being a fit person. Because the truth is, as a man, you have to be athletic, you have to be good looking, you have to be strong so that later on you can take care of other people. So it is your duty to look good, to be strong, to actually be athletic. There is a silly way of me indicating if you're in a good shape or not. So if you're dating a girl, just try to lift her up. If you can, you're good to go. If you cannot lift your girl up, you gotta do some work, man. 7th habit that make you more attractive is to consume wisdom. There are tons of materials out there, books, webinars, podcasts. I'm not saying that everything is helpful. I'm just saying that a lot of things you can learn from other people can actually be used in your life, and that is wisdom. Wisdom is one thing that you're never gonna get if you're in your 20s. Like, I know I'm not wise. I know I might be clever or I might not be clever, but I know that I am not wise, because wisdom comes with experience and age. So the way you get wiser, in my opinion, is to have conversations with people who are wiser than you, or basically just read their gems and wisdom that they have written in books. If that habit doesn't make you more more attractive, I don't know what will. Next up, number 8, I just call it silent moves. When I was a teenager, me and my friends, we used to talk a lot about what we're gonna do in the future and where we're gonna travel. And those things are cool. Everything's fun until the time to put in the work comes. So let's just imagine that the time has come for you to take action. And instead of action, you choose words. Instead of doing and showing up there, you choose excuses, or maybe just talking yourself out of doing these things. Look, I'm really trying not to overcomplicate these things. And what I mean is, instead of talking about things, you should just do things. As simple as that. I know this sounds crazy simple and too obvious in a way, but I have learned that instead of talking about things and then doing, you should do them, because first, your brain automatically thinks as if you have already done those things, because dopamine has already been released. There's already been a dopamine spike, and your brain isn't excited about doing this thing anymore, as it would be if you haven't told anyone. Number 2, if you fail, you save your face. Nobody knows about it. Just move on. So my bottom line is, instead of talking about things that you want to do, just do them. Number 9 is to actively listen to people. I think I read this in Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. We think that listening is a state of being. Like, I'm just listening, I'm just laying here, yeah, let me listen to you. But actually listening, it's not just a state of being, it's an action. You actively listen to another person and you pay attention. You ask questions. Bottom line is, listening isn't just passive state of being. You have to be actively listening to other people. And number 10 is to ditch your ignorance. I understand just how much this is hyped and praised, that nowadays you just have to say I don't care or couldn't care less, and that's so fashionable, or that's so cool, like yeah, whatever, I don't care. But at the same time, don't you think that it just makes you more ignorant and stupid? If you opened up to more opportunities or more possibilities, if you opened up to more knowledge, more wisdom, basically you become more open-minded. Wouldn't you know more things? Wouldn't you have more wisdom in your arsenal? It's pretty surprising just how many people nowadays don't give enough about anything. We're so ignorant about everything that we don't even care about the things which actually matter to us. So being ignorant is not that cool, and you opening up to the world and being more open-minded is actually more attractive. I hope I was able to deliver what I promised at the beginning of the video, and if you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you in the next one.